continuous swim in lanes 4 and 5. Just be careful of anybody that is crossing underneath you if you're ready to do your sprints, but also make sure that the people who are coming towards you in the lane are aware that it is now a sprint lane. Do not climb out over the timing boards. Exit via the side. So sprint lanes 1, 2 and 3, 6, 7 and 8.
Just over 5 minutes of warm-up left. Just over 5 minutes of warm-up left now, girls. Thank you. Could we have the boys swimming in the 50 fly make their way to marshalling, please? That's the boys competing in the 50 fly. Start making your way to the marshalling area. Thank you.
So for the people who weren't here this morning, we'd like to welcome those people that have come for the afternoon to day 4. Sounds like I'm doing a sound check. We're here on day 4, session 8 of the North West County Championships for 2020. All right, sorry, Lancashire County Championships. Do you know, some people just split hairs, don't they?
It's been a long 2 days.
A small slip of the tongue. At the Lancashire County Championships for 2020.
In the Northwest.
In the Northwest. Not that Lancashire would be anywhere else in the country. But anyway, these championships can only take place with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers. The organisers would like to thank them for their hard work before, during and after the swimming, ensuring that the events are as trouble-free as possible. Thanks also is given to the management and staff of the Aquatic Centre here in Manchester for their cooperation and support. The centre is a no-smoking venue, which includes the use of electronic cigarettes. To protect the environment, we ask that you replace all rubbish in the litter bins provided, whether on poolside or in the spectators' gallery. And for the safety and comfort, we ask you to not leave any property unattended, as the centre staff may remove anything that is left unattended. Events for this afternoon are 451, the men's open 50 metres butterfly, 452, the women's 100 metres breaststroke, and 453 is the open 400 men's open 400 metres freestyle. Following that, we shall have events 454 to 467, which are the finals of this afternoon's events. In the interest of fair play, we ask that you switch off or set to silent all mobile phones and pages, as if one should activate or sound during the start of the race, it may jeopardise the competitor's position. We also ask for silence and no flash photography once the swimmers have been called to their blocks. Once we get the nod, we shall ask our team of technical officials to walk onto poolside. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto poolside your team of technical officials. Our referee for this afternoon's session is Miss Helen Whittle. And our starter is Elaine Armstrong. And officials, please take your seats. Competition will start in just a few moments' time. First event for this afternoon is the men's open 50 metres butterfly. There are 21 heats. And as usual, we're going to start with, what do you say, Neil? Heat 1?
As it's Sunday,
Okay.
Heat 1.
Heat 1. So in this first heat, in lane 3, Oliver Stanley from Preston, Oliver Pearson from Wigan Best in lane 4, and Travis Minto from Fleetwood is in lane number 5. And it's the battle between Oliver Pearson and Travis Minto. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Oliver Pearson from Travis. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 2. So in Heat 2, James Fazackley from Garston, Oliver Durney Knight from City of Liverpool in 2, Jacob Camden, City of Salford in 3, Mason Stocks, Aquabear in 4, Albert Smith from Flixton in 5, Sol Newson Nixon, Preston in 6, Nicholas Castaneria from Crosby in 7, and Ethan Mailer from Wigan Best in lane 8, and it looks like lane 7, Nicholas Castanera. It's not, it's James Fazackley. We're just waiting for the result. We'll just wait for the confirmation of that result. We're still on Heat 2. And we do have Nicholas Castaneria as first. That's confirmed as a result. Heat 3. Harry Lee from the Isle of Man over in lane 1 with Gordon Ballantyne, Fleetwood in 2, Brandon Taylor, Charlie Marlins in 3, Isaac Jones from Preston in 4, Ethan Kelly, Crosby in 5, Noah Lazenby Tracy from Stretford in 6, Jack Seddon from Bolton Metro in 7, and William Irvin from Crosby in lane number 8. And it's golden lanes of 4 and 5, Isaac Jones and Ethan Kelly. Who's going to get there first? It is Isaac Jones from Ethan Kelly and William Irvin down here in lane number 8. That's confirmed as a result as we can move on to Heat 4. First away, Joshua Keogh down here in lane number 8 from Bolton Metro. In the first 25 metres, has managed to get himself a half a body length lead. But it's now Ollie Bottomley from City of Salford in 5 that's coming through. Also Jonathan Waters from Blackpool Aquatics. It's Ollie Bottomley from Jonathan Waters. And then Joshua Hayes from Wigan Best. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to Heat 5. Over in lane 1 from Fleetwood, Caleb Waldemar. From Fleetwood, and next to him Seth Hutchinson from Preston. Joseph Ball, Fleetwood in 3, Christopher Fagato from City of Manchester in 4, Ryan Lewis, Ormskirk in 5, Dwayne Williams, City of Salford in 6, Hayden Soul, Preston in 7, and Dylan Foster from Southport in lane 8, and it's Seth Hutchinson from Hayden Soul. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 6.
So we have a request from the medals kiosk or desk. Not sure if it's a kiosk or a desk. If you have a medal waiting to be collected from this morning or even yesterday, could you go and collect it as soon as possible? And when you have won a medal later on today, if you could collect the medals before you get changed, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you. So in that heat, Kelsey Liu, Ethan McGuinness and Oliver Crooks as your 1, 2, 3. Heat 7. Heat 7 in lane 1 is Tommy Crowther from Ramsbottom. Dan Ordek of Prescott in 2 with Daniel Codoverdi, City of Salford in 3. 2 Southport swimmers in 4, George Sutton, and 5, Nikolai Patira. Oliver Parry, Oldham Aquatics in 6, and Daniel Hayes, Wigan Best in 7. And as they move under the flags, it looks like lane number 4, George Sutton, just edging slightly ahead with lane 7, Daniel Hayes, but it is George Sutton first, Nikolai Patira, and Daniel Hayes is the first 3. Result confirmed, Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 is Bolton Metro's Archie Dandy, Matthew Dowd of Ramsbottom in 2. Wigan Best, Daniel Jones in 3 with Thomas Simon of Bridgefield in 4. Ethan Richards in 5 from Oldham Aquatics. Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom in 6. Liverpool Penguins, Luke Kernan in lane 7 and Emil Dawkins from Preston in lane 8. And as we move in with about 5 metres to go, it looks like lane 5, which is Ethan Richards, just ahead of lane 4, which is Tom Simon from Bridgefield. And it is Ethan Richards who takes the first, Thomas Simon, Bridgefield in 2nd, and Samuel Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom in 3rd. Result confirmed, Heat 9. Heat 9 in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Ryan Prescott. Annan Clark from Preston. Lane 2, Edward Brown from Ramsbottom in 3. With Benjamin Overland from Flixton in 4. Owen Whiteley, City of Manchester in 5. Leo Taylor, lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas. Joshua Walker from Swinton in 7. And Sal Sharp in lane 8 for Pioneer 79. And as we move into the flags, it's lane 7, Joshua Walker from Swinton. Who's going to get his hand to the wall first, I think? He is indeed. Owen Whiteley from City of Manchester and Annan Clark from Preston are your first 3. Just wait for that to be confirmed. Oh, dear. Result confirmed. Heat 10. It becomes increasingly difficult to read out the names for 2 reasons. One, that the swimmers are getting a lot faster and they're getting down to the pool a lot quicker. And it doesn't help when somebody is whispering sweet nothings in your ear. Yeah. So as we move towards the last 15 metres, looks like lane 1, Owen Heathcote Jones. It is lane 1, follow Connor Hartley and Jack Parkinson. There's your 1, 2, 3. Result confirmed. Heat 11.
Jacob Scott looks as though he's going well. Down here in lane number 8. Must be a fast lane, this lane 8. They must have better water. And he looks as though he's going to touch out first. He does. 28.92. Very good swim. I think that's the first time. Is it under 30 seconds?
No, can't remember. But he was in the fast water in lane 8. Lane 8, lane 1, fast water.
Ooh, we've got a disqualification. Lane 5 was disqualified. And that's confirmed as a result. Heat 12. So last to rise was Johnny Gibbs, lane 7 from Preston. But it's still very, very even right the way across the pool. I don't know who's going to get it. Ooh. It was Tiger Edwards from Oldham Aquatics, from Tobias Pilkington and Eric Byrne, and that's confirmed as a result. Heat 13. through the first 25. It looks like Jamie Clayton from Burnley Bobcats in lane 8. Seems to be slightly out in front. Might get the touch first. He doesn't. It's Oliver Tinkler from Wigan Best. From Jamie Clayton and Finn Drysdale. That's confirmed as a result. Heat 14. Through the first 25, lane 2 and also lane 8. Again, Charlie Collins, Ewan Blackwell. Who's going to get there? Ooh, it's Ewan Blackwell from Luke Black from Charlie Collins. And we have a disqualification in lane 1. So Heat 14, lane 1 was disqualified. Heat 15. Through the first 25, William Mead from Carnforth possibly got an edge over Tom Arkwright from Layla Barracudas. It's going to be very, very close, right down to the wire. It is William Mead from Ben Makin from Tom Arkwright. And that's confirmed as a result. We'll move on to Heat 16.
Heat 16 as we move through the 25-meter mark. Looks like lane number 5, Zach Walmsley with a slight edge. Coming through now is Liam Carey in lane 6 and lane 1, Daniel Leach. And as they go under the flags, it is Liam Carey, lane 6, Fraser Cook, Southport, and Daniel Leach is your first 3. Result is confirmed. Heat 17. So heat 17. And we move through the first 25 metre marks. It looks like lane 3, Matthew Rooney, and lane 7, Charles Kelly, just slightly ahead at this point. Lane 5, Christian Allen starting to make a move as they get under the flags. But it looks like lane 3. It is lane 3, Matthew Rooney, followed by Charles Kelly and Christian Allen in third. That's your first 3. Heat 18. And heat 18. Of 21 as we move through the early part. Looks like lane 2, lane 5, Joshua Morrison and Nathan Holmes making an early push. Lanes 3 and 4 though fighting back. Who's going to get the touch? It is Nathan Holmes in lane 5, Dakota Harvey Martin and Crosby, and Dakota Ravatelli in third. There's your first 3. Result confirmed, heat 19. Heat 19. And lane 4, Ewan McMurtry from the Isle of Man. Off to a clear start. Looks like he's going to take the heat. And then it's a line across the pool. Possibly lane 6, Thomas Dugdale. Peter Allen in second place and Thomas Dugdale in third place. So Ewan, Peter, Thomas, result confirmed, heat 20. So heat 20 in the water. And it looks like lane 5, Robert Cowley, and lane 4, Jamie Ingram. Lane 6, Tyree Smith, and lane 3, Kieran Hennessy. Ellis Cleworth making up ground in lane 2. But the win goes to Jamie Ingram, lane 4. Robert Cowley and Tyree Smith is your top 3. Result confirmed, heat 21. And into the final heat of the men's open 50 fly. And it looks like lane number 1. Kian, who's taken an early lead. Lane 5 and 6, Jacob Lee and Dylan Fairclough. Looks like they're finishing the stronger. And they are. There you go. It's Jacob, Dylan, and Kian as your 1, 2, 3. That completes event 451. Move on to event 452, the Women's Open 100 meters breaststroke. And we have 21 heats. Heat 1.
So in this event, the women's open 100 metres breaststroke, there are 21 heats. And this is the first of those 21. And in lane number 1, we've got Preston, from Preston, Daisy Lee. In lane 2, from Lancaster, Jasmine Cadman. Lane 3, from Southport, Sally Webster. Lane 4, City of Salford, Lois Burtonshaw. 5, from Stretford, Eva Webb. 6, from Prescott, is Nicole Farley. And lane 7, from Ramsbottom, Sally Peacock. But it is Sally Webster. Who is going to come into the finish, 1:31. And that is a 6-second PB for Sally. And we'll just wait for confirmation of that result. Well, there we have it. We move on to Heat 2. So in this Heat 2, lane 1, we've got Lauren Watson from Wigan Best, Joni Dunn from Ormskirk in lane 2, Jessica Cooney from Bridgefield in 3. In lane 4 is Sandra Chaika from City of Salford, Evie Clare from City of Manchester. In 5, Grace Nichols from Blackpool Aquatics in 6, Alice Holt, Wigan Best in 7, and Emily Bloxage from the City of Salford down here in lane number 8. But it's Evie Clare. Then Alice Holt, by the looks of it. It's going to be very, very close for second place, or even third place. That's Evie Clare from Alice Holt. And then it is Jessica Cooney from Bridgefield. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 3. So well, we've got Heat 3 underway. We've got from Louise, and she's saying good luck to our Lancaster swimmers this afternoon. Jasmine, Millie and Daniel. And then Oldham Aquatics. Ooh. And we've good luck to all our Oldham Aquatics swimmers this afternoon. And that's from Uslot in Spain. I'm not so sure who Uslot are, but that's... so that was from Paul Stabler. And apparently there's Uslot in Spain. From Uslot in Spain. Also from Sue, good luck to all the Salford swimmers, especially Katie Lee's friends. Katie's at home now, relaxing after a great couple of days swimming. Now this is going to be very, very close at the finish. It's lane 3. Olivia Ballard from Leyland Barracudas, from Isabel Lloyd and Emily Davidson. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to heat 4. We have heat 4 underway. We have the finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly. 10 and 11 years, Mason Stocks, Aqua Bears, Nicholas Castanera from Crosby, Daniel Canaveri from City of Salford, Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom, Ethan McGuinness from Ramsbottom, William Irving from Crosby, James Fazackley from Garston, Noah Lazenby Tracy from Stretford, and the reserve finalists are Albert Smith from Flixton and Oliver Pearson from Wigan Best. 12 years age group, Ethan Kelly, Crosby, Ollie Bottomley, City of Salford, Archie Dandy, Bolton Metro, Kelsey Lou, Bolton Metro, Burden Nordic from Prescott, Isaac Jones from Preston, Jonathan Waters from Blackpool Aquatics, Seth Hutchinson from Preston. Reserve finalists of Oliver Parry from Oldham Aquatics and Caleb Waldemore from Fleetwood. And they were the 10, 11 and 12 years finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly finals. Coming into the finish, it looks like Amy Coy from Ormskirk. She's come through from Scarlet Woolley. And Angelina Spencer from Burnley Bobcats. Oh no, it's not, sorry, it's Eleanor Cross from Wigan Best. Need to get my glasses cleaned. And that's confirmed as a result. And we move on to Heat 5. So we've got some more finalists. 13 years age group, Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro, Nikolai Patera, Southport, Luke Kernin, Liverpool Penguins, Wan Mingua from City of Manchester, Thomas Simon, Bridgefield, George Sutton, Southport, Daniel Haynes, Wigan Best, Harvey Kinnear, Preston. Reserve finalists, Lewis Gilbert from Flixton and Tommy Crowther from Ramsbottom. 14 years age group, Johnny Gibbs from Preston, Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best, Jack Heppelstone, Leyland Barracudas, Charlie Collins, Wigan Best, Owen Heathcote Jones from Carnforth, Eric Byrne, Garston, Jake Christen, City of Manchester, Ewan Weaver from Aquabears, reserve finalist Joshua Walker Swinton, and Owen Whiteley from City of Manchester. 15 years, Finn Drysdale, Isle of Man, Ben Horton, City of Manchester, Caleb Griffiths, Crosby, Ruben Robotham Keating, City of Manchester, Liam Carey, Wigan Best, Joseph Stout, City of Salford, Zach Wormsley, Blackburn, Tom Arkwright, Leyland Barracudas, and reserve finalists of Omar El Geni from Carnforth and Connor Hartley from City of Salford. And they're your 13, 14 and 15 years age group finalists for the 50 metres butterfly. As we come into the finish, Lily Tipping from Wigan Best, 125.14 from Millie Webber and Olivia Jones. So it's a Wigan Best 1, 2 and 3, and that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 6. (16 years age group), James Hanford, Leyland Barracudas, Toby Hill from Prescott, Samuel Ellis, City of Liverpool, Tyrese Smith from Bridgefield, Ellis Cleworth from City of Liverpool, Ben Rogerson from Preston, Nathan Holmes, Preston, Charles Kelly from Southport. Reserve finalists of Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester, and Fraser Cook from Southport. And in 17 years and over age group, Thomas Dugdale from Carforth, Peter Allen, Isle of Man, Robert Crawley, City of Manchester, Jamie Ingram, City of Manchester, Ewan McMurky, Isle of Man, Jacob Lee, Southport, Dylan Fairclough, Blackburn, Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk, a reserve finalist of Adam Akick from Bolton Metro and Kia Majai from Wigan Best. And they are your finalists for the Men's Open 50 metres butterfly. Head coaches, team managers, you have 15 minutes in which to withdraw any of your swimmers. As we come down into the final 5 metres, it's going to be very, very close between Abby Unsworth and Martha Miller from Preston. It's going to be Martha Miller that gets it from Abby Unsworth and Zara Mann. And that's a result. We move on to Heat 7.
Heat 7 of 21 in the Women's Open 100 metres breaststroke. Lucy Whittle, City of Salford in 1. Blackpool Aquatics, Grace Wong in 2. Alyssa Boslam, City of Salford in 3. Elizabeth Cooney of Bridgefield in 4. Rebecca Ward, Leyland Barracudas in 5. And Wigan Best's Francesca Brady in lane 6. Lily Smith, City of Manchester Aquatics in lane 7. And Oldham Aquatics, Kate Roberts is in lane 8. And as we come towards the first 50, it looks like Lucy Whittle's in lane 1, in the fast water in lane 1. It's turning first ahead of Elizabeth Cooney in lane 4. And Francesca Brady from Wigan Best in lane 6. As we move up to the 25-metre mark. And it's Lucy and Elizabeth maintaining their fight up the second 50. Looks like Lucy just holding on to her lead. And lane 6, Francesca Brady starting to fight back. But as we move under the flags, it looks like Lucy Whittles is going to take this heat, followed by Elizabeth Cooney and Alyssa Boslam. That's your 1, 2, 3. Just need the result to be confirmed. Just a slight change in the order. Lucy Whittles, Francesca Brady and Elizabeth Cooney. Result confirmed, Heat 8. Heat 8 of the women's 100 breaststroke. In lane 1 is Charlotte Malarkey of City of Salford. Lane 2 is Lucy McKenzie from Crosby. Eve Schofield from Garston is in 3. Zahara Mohammed from Preston is in 4. Megan Smith, Southport in 5, with Neve Pryor of Bolton Metro in lane 6. Freya Boardman of Everton in 7, with Nia Morgan, Wigan Best, in lane 8. And it looks like the fast water in lane 1 is working again for Charlotte. And she turns first, followed by lane 6, Neve Pryor, and Zahara in lane number 4. So as they make their way up the final 50, looks like lane 6, Neve Pryor, and lane 1, Charlotte Malarkey, are leading this heat. And as we move under the flags, it looks like Charlotte in lane 1 is going to hold on to this heat win. Neve in lane 6 going to take second. And lane 8, Nia Morgan, take third. Result confirmed, heat number 9. Heat number 9. Lane 1 is Georgia Brockbank from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Ruby Swinney from Bolton Metro. Holly Barden from Garston is lane 3. And Rihanna Archer of Wigan Best in 4. Caitlin Gibson, Bolton Metro, is in 5. And Aurora Mar Fogato is City of Manchester in lane 6. Rachel Baldwin, Leyland Barracudas, in 7. And Ahana Mangalam from Crosby, lane 8. And lane 5, Caitlin Gibson taking this heat out, the first 50, with Ruby Swinney from Bolton Metro. Rihanna Archer turning in 3rd. And as we come back up the second 50, it looks like lane 5, that's Caitlin Gibson, starting to stretch out to a little bit of a lead. Lane 4 and lane 6, that's Aurora and Rihanna. Lane 2, Ruby Swinney, also in with a chance of the top 3 places in this heat. But as we move under the flags, it's lane 5, Caitlin Gibson, lane 4, Rihanna Archer, and lane 2, Ruby Swinney. Are you 1, 2, 3 in this heat? Just need the result confirmed. Heat 10. As we move on to heat number 10, and in lane 1 is Erin McNeil from Garstang, Gabrielle McCulloch, Aquabers, Lily Metcalf from Flixton is in 3. In 4 is Annie Gagan from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 5 is Eva Knox from Wigan Best. 6 is Ella Carter from Bolton Metro. And in 7 it's Hattie Varley from Burnley Bobcats. And Brittany Macango from City of Salford in lane number 8. So Lily Metcalf leads them through the first 50, followed by Gabrielle McCulloch. And as they move up the second 50, It looks like Lily Metcalf has extended her lead with 25 metres to go. Lane 2, Gabrielle McCulloch maintaining her second place. And it looks like lane 1, Erin McNeil, who's now moved into third place, but being strongly pressed. Lanes 4 and 5, Annie and Eva. And there's your heat winner, Lily Metcalf, Gabrielle McCulloch, and Erin McNeil in third. There's your 1, 2, 3 for the heat. Just need to wait for the result to be confirmed. As per the board, heat 11. And heat 11, in lane 1 from Carnforth is Kira Richmond. Holly Scholes, Flixton is in lane 2. Lucy Burrows from Wigan Best in 3, with Evie Warner from Ormskirk in lane 4. Ella Sue Calderbank from Bury and Elton in 5, with Lucy Wright from Blackburn in lane 6. Amy Morris from Bolton Metro is lane 7, and Sophie Crooks, also from Bolton Metro, in lane 8. And it's Amy Morris from Bolton Metro, Holly Scholes and Evie Warnock through the first 50 as the 1, 2, 3. And as they make their way up the second 50, looks like lane 7, Amy Morris, maintaining her advantage. It's really starting to stack up in the middle lanes as the other swimmers get ready to for their final push. And it looks like Evie Warnock and Holly Scholes are now challenging, and in fact Evie Warnock has now gone ahead of lane 7, Amy Morris. And as they come under the flags, it will be Evie Warnock who takes first position from Holly Scholes and the early leader Amy Morris. There's the 1, 2, 3 for that heat. Result confirmed, heat 12.
So down to the halfway turn. It's Jenna Cross from Preston with Ella Proctor and Caitlin Armstrong on this side of the pool. They're having the better swims. It almost goes straight across the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's not much between them. Still Jenna Cross with that body length lead as she comes down into the finish. So Ella Proctor. And then it's Rhea Jacobson from the city of Salford that takes that third place. And that's confirmed as a result, and we move on to heat 13. This Amy White from Everton. That's got herself a good lead. The body length as she comes into the turn. And she turns. There's a lane 7 from Beth Hartwell, City of Manchester. 38-36, 38-61. So it's not that much between them. As we come 25 to go, it is still Amy White from Beth Hartwell. As we come into the finish, the last 5 metres. Is she going to get there? Is she going to keep hold on? Yes, she does. She manages to hang on. 122.67, 122.98. And a PB to boot. Well done, Amy. And that's confirmed as a result as we go to heat 14. And a very proud dad. As I was going to say at the wrong time, a very proud dad sat next to it, and a nice personal best there by Amy. And this heat 14, Amber Mann from Preston over in lane number 1, Abby Brennan from Bolton Metro in 2, Abigail Turner from Flixton in 3, Eleanor Priestner from Southport in 4, Amy Myers from the Isle of Man is in 5, and Emily Byram from Oldham Aquatics in 6. Georgia Heath, Bolton Metro in 7. And Kirsten Williams from Preston down here in lane number 8. And through the turn, it was Georgia Heath from Abigail Turner, and then Kirsten Williams. And as we come into the final 15, it's going to be very, very close between 5 swimmers. And in the finish, Georgia manages to hang on by the slimmest of margins, 1/10 of a second, and that's confirmed as a result. And we move on to heat 15. We've got a tweet in from Carol Gregson, who is saying good luck to our girl Beth in the 100 breaststroke and all the teammates at Fleetwood. Hoping those watching at home have the heating on full, just to get the full experience. It has to be said, it is quite warm in here. It's not that bad, mind you. If you don't move around a great deal, it doesn't seem that bad. But yeah, it is quite warm. To get back to the racing, Mia Mason down here in lane number 8. She's having a very, very good swim. Went through the turn at 38.38, and she's going to finish first, 1:21.23. from the opposite side of the pool of Holly Cooper and Ashley Jolly. And they confirm as a result and move on to Heat 16. In lane number 1 from Preston, Elizabeth Waring, and next to her from the city of Manchester is Caris Brake. Grace Hyde from Bolton Metro in 3, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford in 4, Eve Cattrall in Everton in 5, Alexander Prince from Blackpool Aquatics in 6, Amelia Sykes from Lancaster in 7, and Poppy Elliott from Leyland Barracudas is in lane number 8. Over on the far side, it's Elizabeth Waring, turn first, 37.12, and she has a good body lengths lead over Ella Bloxage, who is fighting it out between her and Eve Cattrall. But it is Ella that gets the second place from Eve. So good win for Elizabeth. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 17.
Heat 17 of the 100 breaststroke, and in lane 1 is Amari Hoke from Aqua Bears. In 2, Ellie Moran, Preston, Isle of Man. In 3 with Anna Marcantoni, Alana Carruthers from Bolton Metro in 4, Hannah Canty, Southport in 5, Rosie Lindley, Leyland Bar in 6, Lisa Barzaghi from Bolton Metro is in 7. In lane 8 from Aqua Bears is Jessica Sunderland. And as they move down to the past the first 50, it's Hannah Canty from Southport, Rosie Lindley from Leyland Barracudas, and with 25 to go, Hannah Canty still ahead. Rosie Lindley challenging hard, and then third place, right across the pool. It's hard to say at this point. I think maybe Lisa Barzaghi in lane 7 or lane 1. That's Amari Hoke. But your winner, Hannah Canty. In second place was Rosie Lindley, and in third place was Lisa Barzaghi. Result confirmed. And we move on to Heat 18. Heat 18, in lane number 2, we have Rebecca Bamber from Southport. In 3 is Kira Prentice from the Isle of Man. 4 is Emily Gaskell from Wigan Best, and Liliana Island from Garston is in 5. Amelie Elliott from Leyland Barracudas in 6, with Caitlin Wilson, Burnley Bobcats, in lane 7. So as we come up to the first 50 mark, well, the only 50 mark in fact, It looks like Amelie Elliott with a slight lead over Emily Gaskell. And lane 6, Amelie Elliott, is now starting to move ahead with 25 metres to go. Lane 4, Emily Gaskell, pushing hard, followed by lane number 5, which is Liliana Island. Lane 2, Rebecca Bamber, also starting to come through into 3rd position. But no doubt about the winner as we move into the final 5 metres. And that is lane 6, which is Amelie Elliott. 2nd place was Emily Gaskell, and in 3rd place in that heat was Rebecca Bamber. Result confirmed, heat 19. Heat number 19, lane 1 is Elizabeth Braley from Blackpool Aquatics. Jessica Murray, City of Salford, in 2. In 3 is Leah Williams from the City of Manchester. Jessica Morgan from Southport in 4. Jennifer Green, Wigan Best, in 5. With Zara Dodd, Ramsbottom, in lane 6. Lane 7 is Molly Warburton White from the City of Liverpool. And lane 8, Katie Rawnsley from Prescott. So as they turn at the 50 mark, in lane number 4, it's Jessica Morgan, followed by Jennifer Green and Zara Dodd. So lanes 4, 5 and 6. And as we come up the second 50, lanes 4, 5 and 6 are the 3 in front. And it looks like lane 5, Jennifer Green, is now starting to push forward. Followed by lane 4, Jessica Morgan and Zara Dodd. In lane number 6 is going to be 3rd. So Jennifer, Jessica and Zara, they're the top 3. Result, heat 20.
So in this penultimate heat, we have Bethany McTaggart from Everton, Tanisha Benet-Smith from Bridgefield in 2, Madeline Bailey from Wigan Best in 3, Denise Elena Gogu from City of Manchester in 4, Victoria Dawson from Southport in 5, Madison Rents from Crosby in 6, and Lydia Dewhurst from Burnley Bobcats in lane number 8. It is Denise Elena Gogu. She's going to touch out first from Victoria Dawson, and then Lydia Dewhurst down here in lane number 8. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to our final heat, heat 21. this final heat, we have Lucy Dixon from the City of Salford in 1, Anna Healy from Prescott in 2, Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best in 3, Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man in 4, Lucy Canavan, City of Manchester in 5, Hannah Sheehan, Wigan Best in 6, Amy Grovestock from City of Salford in 7, and Charlotte Mead from Blackburn in lane number 8. That's Laura Kinley. She's going to touch out first. It's going to be very, very close. Rachel Hornby, maybe. It is from Lucy Canavan. And that's confirmed as a result. And that brings us to the end of event 452. Next event, 453, is for the men's open 400 metres freestyle. 13 heats, heat 1.
So, heat 1. Heat 1 of 13 heats on the men's open 400 metres freestyle. In lane 1 is Oliver Pearson of Wigan Best, Oliver Durney Knight, City of Liverpool in 2, Liam Hardy in Manchester in 3, Ethan McGuinness in 4 from Ramsbottom, Mason Stocks of Aqua Bears in 5, in 6, William Kershaw of Blackpool Aquatics, and Max Pearson, Wigan Best, in 7. So it's 8 lengths of the pool, and this is length number 2.
Just a quick announcement for that the Mail Sport shop will be closing at 4:30, and if you need anything, then if you'd like to go before then, so you've got about 3/4 of an hour. If not, he's back in another 2 weeks. So you can get any items then. So swim shop is shutting in about 3/4 of an hour.
More famous people on Twitter?
No.
More famous.
More famous than who?
Well, Twiggy.
Gregson, Sue, Martin Nolan. Right. Yeah. I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Tyler Nolan from Fleetwood. Yeah. Now, obviously, the Nolan sisters were obviously a very, very big group.
Back in the day?
Back in the day, 70s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Tyler Nolan and the Fleetwood Swimmers competing in the 400 free, and it said, good luck from the Nolans. Now, is that the Nolan sisters? Nolans? I don't know.
I'm not sure if they're not very specific, so I'm going to take it. The Nolan
Famous
sisters,
people.
Sally from Coronation Street, Twiggy.
Yeah. I'm going for name-alikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Famous people.
So, looks like lane 4, Ethan McGuinness from Ramsbottom. He's going to come in and finish with an entry time of 5:41. So, a big chunk off his entry time. Well done, Ethan. Big PB, I think. And a race for the second and third. Max Pearson, William Kershaw grabbing second and third in that heat. And there we are. Everybody in. Result, heat 2. Some finalists for you. The Women's Open 100 meters breaststroke. In the 10-11 age group, Joni Dunn from Ormskirk, Alice Holt from Wigan Best, Evie Clare from City of Manchester, Gabrielle McCulloch, Aqua Bears, Evie Cutter from Wigan Best, Sally Webster from Southport, Lauren Watson from Wigan Best, and Amelie Bloxage from City of Salford. Your reserves finalists are Lois Burtonshaw from the City of Salford and Nicole Farley from Prescott. In the 12-year-old age group, Scarlett Woolley from City of Salford, Zara Mann from Preston, Evie Warnock from Ormskirk, Grace Jackson from the City of Salford, Lily Tipping from Wigan Best, Harriet Rawlings from Southport, Amy Coy from Ormskirk, and Alyssa Boslam from the City of Salford. Your reserve finalists are Olivia Ballard from Leyland Barracudas and Isabel Lloyd from Wigan Best. In the 13-year-old age group, Lola Cragg from Burnley Bobcats, Chloe Ridge, Wigan Best, Caitlin Wilson from Burnley Bobcats, Madison Wrens from Crosby, Lisa Bazagi from Bolton Metro, Abigail Turner from Flixton, Abby Unsworth from Wigan Best, and Hannah O'Brien from Blackpool Aquatics. Your reserve finalists are Ruby Swinney from Bolton Metro and Millie Webber from Wigan Best. In the 14-year-old age group, Jenna Cross from Preston, Ella Bloxage from City of Salford, Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas, Zara Dodd from Ramsbottom, Anna Healy from Prescott, Hannah Canty from Southport, Mia Mason from Flixton, Grace Hyde from Bolton Metro. Your reserve finalists, Holly Cooper from Crosby and Jessica Sunderland from Aqua Bears. In the 15-year-old age group, Emily Gaskell from Wigan Best, Amy Grovestock from City of Salford, Elizabeth Waring from Preston, Madeline Bailey, Wigan Best, Tanisha Benet-Smith from Bridgefield, Charlotte Mead from Blackburn, Eve Catterall from Everton, and Katie Rawnsley from Prescott. Your reserve finalists are Jessica Murray from City of Salford and Lucy Dixon, City of Salford. In the 16-year-old age group, Ciara Prentice from the Isle of Man, Beth Hartwell, City of Manchester Aquatics, Lydia Dewhurst from Burnley Bobcats, Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best, Lucy Canavan from City of Manchester, Elizabeth Briley from Blackpool Aquatics, Caris Blake from City of Manchester, and Poppy Elliott from Leyland Barracudas. Your reserve finalists are Georgia Heath from Bolton Metro and Ella Newton from Preston. In the 17 years and over age group, Hannah Sheehan from Wigan Best, Victoria Dawson from Southport, Jessica Morgan from Southport, Laura Kindley from the Isle of Man, Jennifer Green from Wigan Best, Denisa Ellen Nagogu from City of Manchester, Bethany McTaggart from Everton, and Leah Williams from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Your reserve finalists are Amelia Sykes from Lancaster and Liliana Ireland from Garston. Coaches and team managers, you have 15 minutes to withdraw any of your swimmers. Thank you. So it looks like lane 4, Dylan Foster gets his hand on the pads first, followed by Seth Hutchison from Preston and Joshua Keogh from Bolton Metro. Big cheers from the balcony for Dylan. That's heat 2 complete. Just need to confirm the results. There they are, heat 3. So as we move on from heat 2, we move swiftly into heat 3. We got 10 heats to go after this. So it's been very quiet on the Twitter this afternoon, the hashtag LancsChamps2020.
I think a lot of people seem to have gone home because the thing is we've not had many tweets.
We've not had many tweets this afternoon.
This afternoon?
No. We're having to work all by ourselves.
We're having to make things up as we go along.
We are having to make things up as we go along. I might have to dive into my interesting facts bag and pull one out.
Oh, interesting facts. Do you know what? I was wondering when you were going to get that bag out.
Well, although, one question.
Yeah.
that I've always had is, why is ketchup called ketchup? And why is it red?
I don't know. But that begs the question of a lot of things.
It does.
Because the thing is, who decided that grass was green?
And who decided that apples were green or red?
Answers on a postcard. So we've gone through 250. Coming down to the 300 turn. And it was Samuel Sutcliffe. From Archie Dandy. And Daniel Caraverdi. And it's still Samuel. Well. So ketchup comes from the Hokkien Chinese word ketchup. And the name of the sauce derived from a fermented fish.
Apparently.
And it's believed that traders bought fish sauce from Vietnam to southeastern China.
Yeah.
Fancy that.
So there we go. That's ketchup.
And it was in. It was adapted from the by Mr. Hines, Mr. John Hines, in 1876, and which is a long time ago, isn't it?
Just before you were born.
And like I say, it's from the adapted from the Chinese recipe, cat soup.
Yeah, there we go.
Waiting for the confirmation of that result. And there we have it as we move into Heat 4. And this is definitely the two sides of the pool. either sides of the golden lane, racing against each other. It's going to be very, very interesting. Monsieur Grimes. Monsieur Grimes has come up with the hiking Chinese word of ketchup. He's been on Google. You see? Before that, Janie Clark-Burns. Good luck to Jenna in the 100 breaststroke final. Preston's swimming teammates, sorry. And Caroline Wright goes smash the 50 fly final. Caleb Griffiths, and that's from United Cal and Millie. And Salford swimmers keep the points coming. Elaine Barnes.
That could have almost come from one of the coaches, that one.
I think it has, yeah.
Made up an account.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think he'd just turn around and just say to them rather than tweet it in, but we appreciate the support.
I do, exactly, yeah. I think that's the head coach might have something to do with it. Very interested in the age group totals this afternoon, or I should say this morning.
He was.
It has
Stout.
to be said.
Yeah. Who, of course, is the outgoing president of Lancashire. He was for the past 2 years.
Yeah. And a very good president he was too.
He was a very good president. Yeah, it does have to be said.
Anyway, just as a bit of a sideline.
Yeah.
Which are the only countries that use purple in their national flag?
Now, I know the answer to this because I passed you the question.
Yeah.
So would you like me to refrain from answering the question and we'll put it out to the
I think
the Twitter world?
I think we should put it out to our audience on Twitter.
Yep.
So, which are the only countries that use purple in their national flag?
Hashtag Lancachamps 2020 with your answers. So, countries with purple in their flag. There's only 2 of them. We only need 2. Meanwhile, back in the pool, Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro with 2 lengths to swim. Lane 3, Samuel Quinn, Wigan Best, and lane 7, Joseph Jones from Southport, who follow him through. I mean, this could almost be a near-perfect spearhead. If we had 2 swimmers in lane 4 and 5.
So we've got more tweets. Good luck to Dan Holmes. In the now I'm not so sure about it because it's come from Dan Holmes, and it says good luck to Dan Holmes.
So Dan Holmes has tweeted himself.
Is he tweeting himself?
Surely Dan Holmes could have got somebody to tweet for him.
I wouldn't like to say. But the thing is that it's obviously very disappointing if you've got to tweet yourself.
Yeah. Oliver Crooks, Bolton Metro, lane 6 is coming in for a finish. There he is, under 5 minutes, 4:58. And second place to Jonathan Waters. Fast finish in last 100 for Jonathan. And there's the result. Samuel Quinn in third. Heat 5.
We've also had from Paul Sudworth, well done to Elise Sudworth. They come in third in heat 13, was it 13th heat of the 100 breaststroke? Whoa, like it. Didn't see the end bit. Like it. I wonder how he's going on. I wonder if he's been in lockdown.
Yeah. I hope he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, just as sorry, I didn't read the end of the tweet. It just said, "Well done, Elise Sudworth, for coming third in the 13th heat of the 100 breaststroke. Love you loads from Dad in China."
So, China, Azerbaijan, Goa, New Zealand, Sydney, Australia,
North Carolina,
Western Supermare.
Actually, I wonder if Paul could actually tweet us and just say whereabouts he is.
Yeah,
is he
China.
in lockdown?
Yeah.
And whether everything's going all right.
And is he okay?
Yeah, because we're a bit concerned about this Casanova, flu or whatever it is. That's.
I'm not sure Casanova's spreading the flu. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll change the subject.
Is it Casanova?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than Casanova.
Not Casanova.
Not Casanova, no.
That's a different kind of...
that's a different kind of story.
Anyway, where were you up to in the swimming?
But just on places around the world, whilst in Cuba. Cuba.
All right.
Whilst in Cuba, I was unable to purchase a can of Coke.
And why is that?
They don't sell it. It's American.
Well,
they don't sell it.
that's obviously why you can't
there is,
buy one.
however, one other country in the world where you cannot buy a can of Coke.
Ooh.
There you go. Something I learned.
No.
Oh. Helen Whittle's name.
We've got Helen Whittle's name on the bottom of the screen.
Oh. They obviously put the wrong thing up.
Selfies.
Selfie time. Hey. So, apart from Cuba,
do you think
where else can't I buy a can of Coke?
I'm not so sure, actually.
Hashtag Lancashire 2020. John Rawnsley promised me lots of interesting facts this afternoon. He's conspicuous by his absence. I know he's here because Katie's in the 100 breaststroke final.
Yeah?
Yep. So I know he's here. But he's gone quiet. Right. Back in the pool, Mark. Back in the pool.
Back in the pool. Is that like back in the room?
1, 2, 3. Back in the room.
Oh, yep, here we go. So down to 300 metres. Zwan Mingwa from Ethan Richards. And Zwan Ming entry time 4:48. So it should be interesting to see if he can get somewhere near that, inside that. I keep looking at the screen for seeing if Paul Sudworth would tweet us back and just find out whereabouts he is in China.
So, you're an avid cyclist when fit and healthy.
Oh, yes.
We'll wait for this to
okay.
finish.
Go on the next one.
The next one.
So it's Shuang Ming that has managed to stay out in front. Oh, Ethan Richards is coming on very, very strong in this last 5 metres. Just run out of pool. 4:48.21. There's a PB for Xuan Ming. It's also a very good PB for Ethan Richards. And there we have confirmation of that result. And we move on to Heat 6. So in this heat 6, we've got Flynn Smith from Southport over there in lane number 1. Lewis Wood from City of Salford in 2. Nikolai Patera from Southport in lane 3. Tyler Delaney from Bridgefield in 4. Daniel Ainsworth from Blackburn in 5. Ethan Lace, Isle of Man in 6. Jack Heppelstone, Leyland Barracudas in 7. And James Howard. Oh, John Rawnsley. James Howard from Oldham Aquatics in lane number 8.
John, you're John Rawnsley starting to scare us ever so slightly. Yeah. Not so sure, John, we can read that one out. We might have to give you a face-to-face reply to that one.
So anyway, about this cycling lark.
Cycling, right, cycling lark. And it is a lark, cycling, let's be honest.
It's not, it's a very, very good sport. It has to be said.
We'll agree to disagree. In percentage terms.
In percentage terms.
How much more calories do you burn while swimming than biking?
Ooh.
In percentage terms, how much more in calories?
I'm not too sure, but the thing is, something keeps about 20% more.
See, that's the cyclist in you. Holding back. As Bruce would say, higher. More. Yeah, more than 20%. So in the pool, James Howard is in the fast outside lane, lane 8, with the quick water. Absolutely storming ahead through 200 meters. Daniel Ainsworth in lane 5. Just keeping tabs on him. Trying to make sure he doesn't get too far ahead.
Is that from Daniel Ainsworth from Blackburn in lane 5? So go on then. What is the actual...
30%, 30%. 30%.
Imagine that could be said for other sports as well.
Oh, it could be.
Because the thing is that like people don't realise how much or how many calories you do actually burn and how much you do sweat while you're actually in the pool. Because the thing is that the actual frictional loss and oh, what you're showing me now. because the amount of effort that you need to put in to actually complete the distance is actually quite phenomenal. And that's why when head coaches and coaches say to you, you need to drink and keep yourself well hydrated, that is definitely one of the cases.
Oh, you do sweat in the water, yeah.
You don't realise because of the amount of the heat that it takes out of you.
Yep. Well, here we go with James Howard from Oldham coming into a finish. 4:47 with an entry time. Look at that, 4:39. Wow. What a great swim. And Flynn Smith over in lane 1 from Southport, grabbing second. And Daniel Ainsworth in third. But what a super time from James Howard from Oldham to win heat number 6. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Heat 7.
So while we get to heat 7 underway, Paul Sudworth, awesome. Yeah, he's tweeted us back. He's in a place called Tianjin. And apparently it's about a 2-hour flight away from Wuhan. And he's doing okay. Tianjin. I'm hoping that that's is how you say it. It's a major port city in the northeast of China. And he said, please can you give another shout out to my daughters, Elise, for a great race. And it is the coronavirus, not the Casanova virus.
It is the coronavirus, yeah.
Another tweet, Ben Rogerson, who's actually swimming today. Good luck to Jamie Edwards in Heat 7. And we're actually in Heat 7.
Heat 7.
Fancy that.
Incredible.
And
Incredible
he's in lane
timing.
3 and he's doing really well. Because he's just off the shoulder of Matthew Haynes from Wigan Best, and currently lying in second place at 150. So Ben, I think your tweet is having a good effect.
Looks like Mike Berry has got the Coca-Cola question correct.
I see. It stands to reason that, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. It's fairly obvious. Once you've given the answer, it's a fairly obvious one.
I was watching a programme actually the other day about going hiking in the mountains in China, Shanjiiji or something like that it was. And I was just thinking about named products, and at the top of this mountain there was a McDonald's. Other fast food outlets are available, but obviously not in this place.
No. So on top of a mountain,
on top of a mountain in the middle of China, Shanjiiji or something like that it was. I'll have to.
We need our linguist over here.
We need our linguist, Jan Tong.
We need Mrs. Guo over here.
Swan Guo's mum. Yeah.
Yeah, we need her over here. Help us with our pronunciations. But the answer to the question about where else you couldn't find the you couldn't buy Coke is, of course, North Korea.
Talking about famous people, Mike Berry. Was Mike Berry not a singer back in the 70s?
I guess...
You see, you're going to have to Google that now,
I
aren't
am
you?
going to have to Google that. My music knowledge of the 70s is not great.
And while I leave that thought with my co-commentator, that's Matthew Haynes is still out in front of James Edwards. And as we go through 350.
So, Mike Berry.
Go on.
Was an English singer who had some chart hits in the 70s.
I told you that he was. See?
But.
Oh, go on.
There's a but.
Oh, go on.
And an and.
Oh, right.
He went on to TV fame as Mr. Spooner in Are You Being Served?
No way.
Way. Finish. Lane 5, Matthew Haynes, Wigan best, 4:38.27. James Edwards, second, 4:40. And in third place there, Mackenzie Ronson, Horrocks of Carnforth. Just need those times to be confirmed. Slight change in order. Charlie Collins of Wigan best in grabbing third. Result, Heat 8.
So all the famous people tweeted in today.
It's amazing. Are you being served? It's one for the mums and dads, maybe even the granddads and grands out there. Definitely not one for the kids.
I wonder if anybody's actually listening to us. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that obviously there's people that are tweeting in, maybe.
I know the Time and Suite are listening to us because they keep putting things up on the scoreboard.
All I can say is, Paul Sudworth, keep yourself safe, out of the way, and I'm sure Elise is well made up with the tweet, and obviously it's there for posterity on the live feed. You'll be able to watch it back. See you back in England sometime.
So, 2 lengths, 100 metres of Heat 8 completed. It looks like Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas. And lane 4 is Spencer Cragg from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 5, Finn Drysdale, the Isle of Man. Samuel Grimes. Coaches and team managers, we have heat sheets available for the finals. Actually, final sheets rather than heat sheets. So, final sheets available from the coaches kiosk. And they're available to collect now. So, final sheets now available from the coaches kiosk. So, through 200 meters in the pool. And it's Tom Arkwright and Spencer Cragg, who are now body length ahead, maybe stretching that lead from their nearest competitor. 2:11.7, 2:12.2, so just roughly half a second between them at the 200 mark. And it looks like Spencer is just edging ahead of Tom at the moment. And these two still out in front. And lane 8, Owen Heathcote-Jones in the fast water in the outside lane. Starting to make a move forward now, with 2 lengths of the pool still to swim. So 2 different strategies of swimming the 400 in this heat. Spencer is now holding his lead. Looks like he's got about a body length, maybe just over a body length ahead of Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas. It's about 5 or 6 meters, I think, now, as he powers his way down the final length. Spencer's entry time of 4:33. I think there's every possibility he'll beat that. As he moves under the flags. He finishes strong on a 4:28.14. I'm sure he'll be happy with that time. It's a great swim by Spencer. And Tom in second place. And in third place in lane 8 was Owen Heathcote-Jones. All the results in. Just wait for the result to be confirmed. Heat 9.
The first 100, Fraser Cook from Southport, 1:04. From Joshua King, and then Max Delaney. Nathan Lockett, City of Salford, over in lane 1. Next to him is Fraser King from Southport. In lane 2, Brock Metro's Joshua King. Is in lane 3. Josie Chappell from Fleetwood is in 4. Thomas Morgan from Southport. Lane 5, Max Delaney from Leyland Barracudas in 6. Cameron Jeffrey, City of Manchester in 7. And Jake Christen, well, the City of Manchester, is in lane number 8. It is still Fraser Cook from Joshua King. coming down to 300 metres. It's back to Joshua King from Fraser Cook. And then Max Delaney. It's still anybody's race though. As we come down to the 350 turn. Max Delaney has just increased his stroke rate slightly and kicking that little bit harder. He looks as though, I was going to say he looks as though he's just moved into second place, but he's still in third, only by 0.3 of a second. And as we come into the final 25, it looks as though Joshua might just hang on. Although Fraser's coming back at him, he is going to hang on. So it was Joshua King from Fraser Cook and Max Delaney. As we wait for confirmation of the results. There we have it, Heat 10. We were talking before off microphone. Well, I hope we were. Not talking, but off microphone. About songs that you could relate to swimming. I wonder if we could ask for people to tweet in and on hashtag Lancashire 2020.
Yeah, so an idea being
Swimming in the Deep by
Swimming in the Deep. That's one for the kids, isn't it?
That's can't think of the name. It's gone out of my head. Shut up. So we're just wondering, anybody got any songs that could be related to swimming?
So, some to get you going. Crimea River.
Crimea River.
Bridge over troubled waters.
It's not exactly related to a pool, though, is it?
Well, I'm sure our open water friends will disagree.
Yeah.
You know, the aforementioned Mr. Stout,
Mr.
very
Stout,
good supporter of the open water.
Very much so.
He would disagree.
Yeah. Any others?
How about Rock Me on the Water? Jackson Brown?
No.
Madman Across the Water? Depending on where you are and who's on the other side of the pool.
How old are these songs?
Well, that's Elton John, that one. Purple Rain, Prince. It's raining outside, I think. That's water-based. Hey, you can't sit there and laugh at me. You've got to help me out. Ah, dear. What about that Boney M classic?
What? Daddy Cool?
The Rivers of Babylon. That's multiple rivers. Oh, is it? Oh, is the swimming finished yet?
Did
Please,
you know?
come on.
Actually, talking about Boney M.
The final started yet.
Did you
Come on.
know? Did you know that actually the guy never actually sang the song? It was somebody else.
Hey,
You know the guy in Boney M.
what did he mime it?
He was it was somebody else singing. Oh yeah, swimming, getting carried away. And Thomas Hill from Southport. We should have been commentating on these races because the thing is, they've been quite interesting, especially the 400s. So Thomas Hill, 4:24.23 from Dakota Ravatali. Ooh, that was close. Matthew Charlesworth and Alexander Volkovoy. And then we have confirmation of the result. We move on to Heat 11. I've been asked to a shout out to Holly White. Apparently she's back at home and has just texted in just to say, can you give us a shout out? We're like, yeah, okay, fair enough. So here's to Holly. Thumbs up. Jamie Clayton. 28.97 for the first 50 in 400. Sorry, he's quite fast. He's in lane 1, and then Luca Morelli, Blackpool Aquatics in 2. Adam Newell from City of Salford in 3. Liam Carey from Wigan Bess is in 4. Ben Porter. Leyland Barracudas in 5. Christopher Lockett, City of Salford in 6. Daniel Holmes. Is that the same Daniel Holmes that tweeted himself?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
You might need to wait till he's finished to ask him.
And then Jake Dormer from Wigan Best. Darts, Daddy Pool.
So, oh, look, I see what Nathan's done there.
See now, Karen Braddock has put darts, Daddy Pool.
Yeah.
But she's also put come fly with me, but I don't understand where that's got anything to do with the pool.
Well, you do know the 4 strokes.
Yeah.
You do know the 4 strokes of swimming, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose there is always that. Yeah.
So a bit of
a
bit of out-the-box thinking by Karen. I like it. Who thought outside the box and immediately tweeted Lancashire 2020 with "Come fly with me."
See, I didn't get that. It's obviously my age.
Well,
it's,
darts by Daddy Pool.
now I remember darts. I remember darts. You remember the guy on the piano?
I don't remember darts. I'm sorry.
Do you not remember darts?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember darts.
See, now I'm not saying that Karen does.
Well, obviously she does. She tweeted
Well,
it.
obviously she does.
Yeah.
But maybe she's looked it up.
Yeah.
But darts, Daddy Pooh. I don't know that.
So
I'm just trying to think of another song from darts that was actually more famous. One of their chart toppers from the 70s.
Did darts have a chart topper?
Oh yes.
Let's have a look.
So through 300, it's still Liam Carey from Wigan Best, from Christopher Lockett and Jamie Clayton. But it looks as though Luca Morelli has come through to overtake Jamie. After the turn, obviously he had the better turn off the wall. It's very, very close between these two. And Luca, he's just putting in a bit of a spurt. Might just catch Christopher Lockett. But it is Liam Carey, 4:23. From Christopher Lockett. And then Luca Morelli. And that's confirmed as a result. And we move on to Heat 12.
So the highest chart position that darts achieved was number 2. They achieved that with Come Back My Love, The Boy from New York City, and It's Raining. Daddy Cool, The Girl Can't Help It, reached number 6 in the UK singles charts in 1977. No wonder I can't remember that. I'll be still listening to Teletubbies and whatnot.
I think I was in 4th year then. I started
4th year seniors.
Started work, yeah. You know, in Old Money.
Oh, in Old Money, yeah.
Not this year.
So
10,
year
11,
7, 8, 9.
10,
So
11,
year 10.
12 or something like that. No,
year 10. Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, year 10.
Year 10, yeah.
Yeah, I started work in 79.
79, blimey. I wasn't even in big school then. Oh, here we go. Gary Crooks. Hello, Gary. What about Dance the Way I Feel by Uwe Le Swimming Pool? Really? Is that a thing? Come on now, Gary. I know it's a long Sunday afternoon. But you did take the time to hashtag Lancs Champs 2020?
Elaine Cook, Swimming by Florence and the Machine.
Isn't it Night Swimming by Florence and the Machine?
Oh, no.
I thought it was Night Swimming. Either way, it's a good one.
Oh, see Lee Cutter, Simply in the Breast.
Nah.
No, you can't have that. They have
No,
to have actual names.
It's got to be a proper song. I like what you've done, but it's got to be a proper song. Karen Braddock, yes.
Is actually that old.
She is that old, she said. So, yeah.
You're only as old as you feel.
Well.
Ooh.
So, tweet off Amy. Amy Swim Mum. The boy had his second county swim today. In his own words, he was 95% excited and 5% nervous. He dug deep, got a PB, reached the final and got another PB. He's loving it. Hashtag Lamps Champs 2020. What a great message.
Are you supposed to put on the front of there? Do 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 do. He's loving it. Okay.
Cake by the Ocean, yeah, Jan, yeah, Jan Young. Cake by the Ocean, yeah.
Cake by the Ocean, yeah. Yeah.
That one for the kids, they'll recognise that one. Oh, night swimming REM. There we go. I was getting my REMs mixed up with me Florence and the Machines. Not sure how you could get them mixed up, but I did. There we go. So, 100 to go, and it's lane 4, Ruben Rowbottom Keating, who is about a body length up on Ben Smith in lane 2. So with 50 meters to go now, it's Ruben moving ahead. Still lane 2, Ben Smith, but lane 6, that's Matthew Sylvester from Wigan Best. And lane 7, Patrick Braddock from Oldham Aquatics, putting in a last length surge. But it's Ruben who takes that. So, Stuart has tweeted in explaining swim weekends to non-swim parents.
I think somebody's having a bit of a mess with the microphone.
I don't know. Try to be professional. Alone together, the end has no end. I can't win. I'll try anything once, and hard to explain. All by the strokes. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's very good.
That's pretty good. Well done, Stuart. Okay, so in the pool, we're on to our final heat of the 400 free. So it's Max Adams, Henry Moore, Peter Allen, Jamie McCaffrey, Tyler Melbourne Smith, Thomas Thorpe, Joseph Stout and Elliot Pickford. And it's Jamie McCaffrey from City of Manchester Aquatics through the first 100 and a 59.9. And then Max, Henry and Tyler, all very close behind.
We've got K5. I think that's supposed to be Caspian, really. Nirvana, dive.
Yep. I'm not having pool if you think it's over.
Craig Sawyers. Come on, Wigan Best Girls. Bring home the medals. Now, Barry Jones has said, Underwater Love, Smoke City. Now, who the hell's Smoke City? Never heard of them.
So, through the 200 mark, Max Adams has taken this up, 2:03.46. And he's really pushed on up this, this 50. sure he must be aiming for a time. And it's Jamie McCaffrey and Tyler Melbourne-Smith, Henry Moore, all still in contention. Max Adams, he's about a body length up on Jamie McCaffrey. As we come into the turn with 100 meters to go. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Max is trying to get around the 4:07 mark. Still maintaining a lead over Jamie McCaffrey from City of Manchester. So with 25 meters to go, it's lane 1, Max Adams. And Jamie McCaffrey, lane 4. Henry Moore, lane 2, finishing strong. Tyler Melbourne-Smith, lane 5. And as they come into the wall, it's a fabulous swim by Max Adams, 4:11.01. Jamie McCaffrey, Henry Moore, and that's your top 3. Top 3 in the heat. Just wait for everyone else to finish. Confirm the results. Result is confirmed. And we move on to our finals. The girls' 100 breaststroke will be the first set of finals. We'll just wait until we get the heat sheets. Yeah, just need the final sheets and then we'll get started. So before the final starts, just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has participated in the online #LancsChamps 2020 and given us such entertainment before the final start.
So just while we should be ready for the finals. I think our first set of finals are for the women's 100 meters breaststroke. And our first final is for the women's 10 and 11 years 100 meters breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Ormskirk, Joni Dunn. Lane 2 from Wigan Best, Alice Holt. Lane 3 from the City of Manchester, Evie Clare. Lane 4 from Aquabears, Gabrielle McCulloch. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. Lane 6 from Southport, Sally Webster. Lane 7 from Wigan Best, Lauren Watson. And in lane 8 from the City of Salford, Emily Bloxage. So down the first 50. Coming into the turn, it looks like it's Gabrielle McCulloch from Aquabears. She turns first, 40.92. 41.42 from Evie Cutter. Sally Webster from Southport in third place. Still anybody's race. It's Gabrielle. He's just started to pull away from the rest of the field. Here's Evie, going to hang on to that second place. She is, and Evie Clare is going to come in third. That's going to be the 1, 2, 3. Gabrielle McCulloch from Evie Cutter, and then Evie Clare. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to our next final. The women's 12 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from City of Salford, Scarlett Woolley. Lane 2, from Preston, Zara Mann. Lane 3, from Ormskirk, Evie Warnock. Lane 4, from City of Salford, Grace Jackson. Lane 5, from Wigan Best, Lily Tipping. Lane 6, from Southport, Harriet Rollins. Lane 7, from Ormskirk, Amy Coy. And in lane 8, from the City of Salford, Elisa Boslam. Through the first 25, Grace Jackson has just started to edge herself out in front from Evie Warnock in lane 3. Into the 50 turn. 37.98. It is Grace Jackson from Evie Warnock. And then Lily Tipping. Into the final 15. It is going to be Grace Jackson that's going to take it from Evie Warnock, but coming through into third place is Harriet Rollins, and she takes the third place. So Grace Jackson from Evie Warnock, from Harriet Rollins, and that's the confirmation of the result as we move on to our next final for the women's 13 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Burnley Bobcats, Lola Cragg. Lane 2, from Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge. Lane 3, from Burnley Bobcats, Caitlin Wilson. Lane 4, from Crosby, Madison Rents. Lane 5, from Bolton Metro, Lisa Bazaghi. Lane 6, from Flixton, Abigail Turner. Lane 7, from Wigan Best, Abby Unsworth. And in lane 8, from Blackpool Aquatics, Hannah O'Brien. Just a correction that I think I said Chloe Ridge from Burnley Bobcats when she's actually from Wigan Best. Apologies. In lane 4, Madison Rents from Crosby. He's got a good body length lead. Nearly 5 metres. She comes into the turn first. 36.52 from Lisa Bazaghi. And then Abigail Turner. There's Madison Rance pulling away all the time. It's going to be very, very close for the second place between Caitlin Wilson and Lisa Bazaghi. Also coming up is Abigail Turner. So it's Madison Rance. It looks as though it's going to be Lisa Bazaghi. And then Caitlin Wilson. We'll wait for the confirmation of the results. There we have it, as we move on to the next final, which is for the women's. I think we have a correction on the results. And we'll move on to our next final. And we're just going to wait for the confirmation of the result. But just a thank you to everybody that's tweeted in over the weekend. Very much appreciated. It's been quite fun at times. It
has. During the longer distance events, it's kept us highly amused and kept us going. Kept the brain working, which is always good.
As we, don't forget you can get all your we are going to move on to our next final. Apologies to the ladies who have been waiting for the 14 years 100 metres breaststroke final. And in lane 1 from Preston, Jenna Cross. Lane 2 from the city of Salford, Ella Bloxage. Lane 3 from Leyland Barracudas, Emily Elliott. Lane 4 from Ramsbottom, Zara Dodd. Lane 5 from Prescott, Anna Healy. Lane 6 from Southport, Hannah Canty. Lane 7 from Flixton, Mia Mason. And in lane 8 from Bolton Metro, Grace Hyde. Through the first 25, Anna Healy has just edged out in front of Zara Dodd from Ramsbottom. And these two are just slightly pulling away from everybody else as we come into the turn. 35.42, 35.47 between Anna Healy and Zara Dodd. It's down to this final 25. Who can keep the stroke going? It looks like Zara Dodd is coming through. Just keeping it strong on the stroke. It's under the flags. It's going to be Zara Dodd from Anna Healy. And then the race for third place, it goes to Amelie Elliott. We'll wait for confirmation of the results. And there we have it. As we move on to the next final, which is for the women's 15 years, 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Wigan Best, Emily Gaskell. Lane 2, from City of Salford, Amy Grosstock. Lane 3, from Preston, Elizabeth Waring. Lane 4, from Wigan Best, Madeline Bailey. Lane 5, from Bridgefield, Tanisha Benet-Smith. Lane 6, from Blackburn, Charlotte Mead. Lane 7, from Everton, Eve Cattrall. Lane 8, from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. So at the turn, it's very, very close between Madeline Bailey and Elizabeth Waring. Also Tanisha Benet-Smith. There is nothing between the first 5. Very, very close. It's going to be down this last 25 metres. And into the final 15. Still Madeline Bailey from Elizabeth Waring and Tanisha Benet-Smith. It's going to be Madeline Bailey, but second place is going to be very, very close. Oh. Madeline Bailey from Elizabeth Waring from Tanisha Benet-Smith. And that's confirmed as a result. As we move on to our next final, the women's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from the Isle of Man, Kira Prentice. Lane 2, from the City of Manchester, Beth Hartwell. Lane 3, from Burnley Bobcats, Lydia Dewhurst. Lane 4, from Wigan Best, Rachel Hornby. Lane 5, from the City of Manchester, Lucy Canavan. Lane 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Elizabeth Brearley. Lane 7 from City of Manchester, Kerris Blake. And in lane 8 from Leyland Barracudas, Poppy Elliott. Could we have a coach from Oldham Aquatics? So a coach from Oldham Aquatics to the timing suite, please. So a coach from Oldham Aquatics to the timing suite. as we come into the turn. There's not really much between anybody. It's Lucy Canavan that seems to have got there first, but it's very, very close between her, Lydia Dewhurst, Rachel Hornby. As we come into the final 25, Lucy's being chased down by Lydia Dewhurst and Rachel Hornby. She's just started to increase her stroke as we come into the final 15. It looks as though it's going to be Lucy Canavan that's going to take it from Rachel Hornby. And then Lydia Dewhurst, it is. And there we have the confirmation of that result as we move on to our next final, the 17 years and over 100 metres breaststroke final. And in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Hannah Sheehan. Lane 2 from Southport, Victoria Dawson. Lane 3 from Southport, Jessica Morgan. Lane 4 from the Isle of Man, Laura Kinley. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Jennifer Green. And lane 6 from the City of Manchester, Denisa Elena Gagu. Lane 7 from Everton, Bethany McTaggart. And in lane 8 from the City of Manchester, Leah Williams. So coming into the halfway turn with Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man. She's going to turn in 33.81. Jessica Morgan turning in second from Jennifer Green. Into the final 25, it is still Laura Kinley. And then it's going to be very, very close between Jessica Morgan and Jennifer Green. It looks as though Jennifer Green might just have the edge as we come into the finish. It was Jennifer Green from Jessica Morgan. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to our next final.
Okay, move on to event 461, which is the men's 10 and 11 years 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1 from Aqua Bears, Mason Stocks. Lane 2 from Crosby is Nicholas Castanera. Lane 3 from the City of Salford, Daniel Codaverde. Lane 4 from Ramsbottom is Samuel Sutcliffe. Lane 5 from Ramsbottom, Ethan McGuinness. Lane 6 from Crosby, William Irvine. Lane 7 from Garston, James Fazackerley. Lane 8 from Stretford, Noah Lazenby Tracy. So 50 fly, it's over in a flash. And lane number 4, Samuel Sutcliffe with an early lead. Lanes 3, Daniel Codaverde and Ethan McGuinness chasing Samuel down. It looks like about a body length lead as we go under the flags. And it looks like Samuel is going to take this. And he does. Samuel Sutcliffe, second place Daniel Codaverde, and third place was Ethan McGuinness. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Result confirmed, and we move on to event 462, the men's 12 years 50-meter butterfly final. In lane 1 from Preston is Seth Hutchinson. Lane 2 from City of Salford, Ollie Bottomley. Lane 3 from Bolton Metro, Archie Dandy. Lane 4 from Bolton Metro, Kelsey Liu. Lane 5 from Prescott, Berdan Ordek. Lane 6 from Preston is Isaac Jones. Lane 7 from Crosby, Ethan Kelly. And lane 8 from Blackpool, Jonathan Waters. So, 12-year-old 50 fly final. And as they pass the first 15 meters, it's straight line across the pool. And it looks like lanes 5 and 4 slightly ahead. Lane 3, Archie Dandy, Bolton Metro, putting in a good effort, but it looks like lanes 3 and 5, they were going to the wall. And it's lane 3, Archie Dandy. Second place is Kelsey Liu, and in third place was Berdan Ordek. Just wait for that result to be confirmed, and it is. And we move on to event 463. It is the men's 13 years, 50 meters butterfly final. In lane 1, from Bolton Metro, Oliver Crooks. Lane 2, from Southport, Nikolai Patera. Lane 3, from Liverpool Penguins, Luke Kernan. Lane 4, from City of Manchester, Zhuaming Guo. Lane 5, from Bridgefield, Thomas Simon. Lane 6, from Southport, George Sutton. Lane 7, from Wigan Best, Daniel Haynes. Lane 8, from Preston, Harvey Kinnear. So 50 fly for the 13-year-old boys. And through the 25-meter mark, it's Zhuaming, who's got an early lead. Thomas Simon and Luke Kernan either side, chasing him down. But Zhuaming looks like he's got this sewn up. As he goes under the flags with 5 meters to go, your winner, Zhuaming Guo. Second place, Thomas Simon. And third place, Luke Kernan. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed. And we move on to event 464, the men's 14 years 50-meter butterfly final. In lane 1, from Preston, Johnny Gibbs. Lane 2, from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. Lane 3, from Leyland Barracudas, Jack Heppelstone. Lane 4, from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. Lane 5, from Carnforth, Owen Heathcote Jones. Lane 6, from Garston, Eric Byrne. Lane 7 from City of Manchester, Jake Christen. And lane 8 from Aquabears, Ewan Weaver. "14 years, 50 butterfly final." And a great start from lane 5. That's Owen Heathcote-Jones from Carnforth. Lane 4, Charlie Collins, battling back strong. Lane 3, Jack Hepplestone from Leyland Barracudas, not out of it yet. And as they move towards the flags, it's lane 4, Charlie Collins. Gets the touch. Lane 4, Charlie Collins. Jack Hepplestone in second. And third is Owen Heathcote-Jones. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Result confirmed, and we move on to event 465. The men's 15 years, 50-metre butterfly final. In lane 1, from the Isle of Man, Finn Drysdale. Lane 2, from City of Manchester, Ben Horton. Lane 3, from Crosby, Caleb Griffiths. Lane 4, from City of Manchester, Ruben Robotham Keating. Lane 5, from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 6, from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 7, from Blackburn, Zach Walmsley. Lane 8, from Leyland Barracudas, Tom Arkwright. So the 15 years 50 fly final. Off to a cracking start in lane 4 is Ruben Robotham Keating. Fighting back in lane 3 and lane 5 is Caleb Griffiths and Liam Carey. Ruben just slightly ahead as they move under the flags. Couple of meters to go. Looks like Ruben's race. It is. There's your winner, Ruben Robotham Keating. Liam Carey second and Caleb Griffiths third. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. It is, and we will move on to event 466, the men's 16 years, 50 meters butterfly final. In lane 1, from Leyland Barracudas, James Hanford. Lane 2, from Prescott, Toby Hill. Lane 3, from the City of Liverpool, Sam Ellis. Lane 4, from Bridgefield, Tyrese Smith. Lane 5, from the City of Liverpool, Ellis Cleworth. Lane 6, from Preston, is Ben Rogerson. Lane 7, from Preston, Nathan Holmes. Lane 8, from Southport, Charles Kelly. And the 16 years 50-meter fly final is off. And lane 4, Tyrese Smith from Bridgefield with an early lead. Ellis Cleworth and Sam Ellis fighting back. Lane 7, Nathan Holmes. And lane 2, Toby Hill in, but it'll go under the flags. It's lane 4, Tyrese Smith, Ellis Cleworth and Sam Ellis. There he is. Tyrese Smith, Ellis Cleworth and Sam Ellis. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed, and we move on to event 467, the men's 17 years and over, 50-meter butterfly final. In lane 1, from Bolton Metro, Adam Aki. Lane 2 from Carnforth, Thomas Dugdale. Lane 3 from the Isle of Man, Peter Allen. Lane 4 from the Isle of Man, Ewan McMurtry. Lane 5 from Southport, Jacob Lee. Lane 6 from Blackburn, Dylan Fairclough. Lane 7 from Ormskirk, Kieran Hennessy. And here we go, 17 years and over. Straight away, Ewan McMurtry out in front. Dylan Fairclough. Jacob Lee. Fighting strong. Looks like lane 2 as well. Thomas Dugdale. And lane 1, Adam Akich. But your winner, Ewan McMurtry. Jacob Lee in second. And Dylan Fairclough in third. Just wait for those results to be confirmed. Results are confirmed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, swimmers. Officials, thank you very much for your help. You may now leave the poolside.